Hey everybody! Why is this not focusing? There we go. Hey, welcome to Sketchaday Live. Whew! What a morning. It's been busy here. Did birthday things for the kiddo. Was able to get a PlayStation 5 for him. So that was pretty fun. Anyhow, they're also learning to play chess. Putting together little models, so I've just been running around. Whew! So when I catch my breath, we'll start here. Welcome to Sci-Fi Sunday. Kicking things off early. Hey Lions, what's up? Shinsuke, hello. Let's see, we got Shinosuke. Mystery, what's up? Rohak, hello. So we're just gonna kick things off. I'm gonna warm up. I think I'm gonna use Adobe Fresco today just to mix it up, but we're keeping it digital for now. This next week, however, as far as themes go, I think we're gonna focus on pen and ink. So just pen and ink for this coming week, and part of that is to kind of help launch my pen and ink guide that I've been working on. So that'll be, I just have to add a few things and that'll be uploaded today for patrons and channel members. So if you want a little bit of help, check that out. I will say happy birthday, Lines. His birthday is not actually till Tuesday, but we did the whole celebration thing. I felt bad because last year he basically missed his birthday last year, because of the pandemic stuff. We didn't really do a party, so just had like 3 of his best little kid friends over, and we had a instead of a cake, because it was last minute. Can I show you pictures? I don't think I don't have them readily accessible here, but we did do let's see, maybe I do have them. Let's see here. Actually, I do have a few. So we just had a few. Well, no, I don't want to show them on the stream, but we did have a little donut cake. I can share that. So that was our little, instead of actual, what do you call it, cake, because I had to scramble last minute to get everything together. So that's what we ended up doing. So we had a little donut cake. Did the whole birthday thing. It was fun. So it's okay though. It seems like things are coming back to normal, at least for the most part in the world. Things seem to be slowing down a little bit, so that's good. And hopefully, his next birthday will be even better. So, or his brother's, because that's a little bit later in the year. So anyhow, like I said, I've been scrambling all morning, cleaning, all sorts of stuff. So appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging. So it is Sci-Fi Sunday, so I like to do sci-fi theme things. I am not prepared for today, so I don't have a specific thing in mind. But if there's a technique or a topic you'd like me to take a look at, I'd be happy to give it a try. I think one of the Sci-Fi Sundays back, let's see, we did this robot making breakfast. So we can get creative. We can try some things, see how it goes. Right, so we did the breakfast making robot one Sci-Fi Sunday. If you're interested in something this style, which is basically taking a photo and modifying it, I'd be happy to try something like that with you guys. So let me know. All right, for now, I think what I'll do is we'll just start warming up. Again, shout out and thank you to the patrons and channel members. So this is Adobe Fresco if you've never used it before. Techno chupacabras. Ooh, a chupacabra is like a goat man, right? It's like a goat human. We could do that. A robot trying to act like a human. That would be fun. What was I gonna say? Blah blah blah. Oh, this is Adobe Fresco. So it's their free drawing app. If you have Adobe Creative Cloud, it actually works really nicely with the other apps. So I've been using it a bit more just because it makes my workflow a lot more I'm trying to think of the right word. I don't want to use streamlined, but efficient in that things are automatically backed up to the cloud. I can access them on my computer when I open Photoshop if I need to, or Photoshop on my iPad or phone. So it's kind of nice as long as you have an internet connection and you've paid for it. So it's weird. Fresco's weird. I mean, change is hard. I understand. I get it. All right. So I'm going to start with, this is just their default pencil brush here. So, okay, why was that dark? All right. So we'll just start with some warm up lines. Shout out again to Lines for holding it down today. Probably go for just a little over an hour. Early start today. I gotta get ready for my podcast later. So I do, if you guys are interested. I think I posted it in the off topic channel, but I do a podcast with some friends. Why is this skipping? Okay. Do a podcast with some friends. We make beverages, adult beverages, and talk. So if you're interested, I'll share the link, or you can hit me up on the Discord after. Actually, I'll just share the link here if you wanna check that out. I'm like sweating and burning up. I might turn the camera off because I'm all sweaty today. But yeah, if you want to check it out, that's the channel. It is for adults only though, so it's a different side of me. So if you're interested, and I was kind of holding off sharing it with you guys, but if you want to check it out, you can check it out. We get pretty silly, so, but if you want some drink recipes, whatever, you can also check that out. And with that, good morning, kids. Hello. I have such a diverse audience. It's actually fun, but I try to be decent. All right, let's do some ellipses. So a request we got was for some sort of chupacabra. So we can do some photo composition, maybe just find like a human and a goat, combine them, right? Something like that. Maybe change some limbs. Military themed things are always easy to Photoshop. But we can see what we can do. My one beef, I was actually talking with the development, or giving them some feedback anyways, at Fresco here. My one beef is, or we can warm up with the motorcycle too. The transform tools are not as robust as they are. I'm gonna have to wipe my forehead too, like super warm. It's actually where I live, it's that weird time of year where in the morning it's cool, and then by the time afternoon hits, it's like hot. Ugh, so annoying. All right, so the request was for some sort of chupacabra thing, but let's start with a bike. So the request was from let's see, and I'll just do it all in pencil. Or should we do pen and ink? The request was, let's see, my eyes are deceiving me. Federico, sci-fi motorcycle. What does a sci-fi motorcycle even look like? What does a sci-fi motorbike look like? Well, let's start with maybe some just basic form here. All right, if you want to block out where the wheels go, we can do that. If it's a sci-fi, we did do if you guys didn't catch it back in the day, we did a Tetsuo Akira motorbike back in the day. I saw this really cool motorcycle by this dude online the other day. It's really, really cool. Anyhow, so we can start with wheels. Maybe they're fat. Maybe. Hidalgo. Lo mismo en Hidalgo. Qué bueno. Un amigo de mío, ¿cómo se dice? Se inviteme a México en algunas semanas y quizás voy a estar ahí en México por un ratito por divirtiendo. I'm probably butchering this Spanish thing, so it's okay if you never watch again. I'll understand. I speak a little Spanish, just a little bit. All right, so some sci-fi bike here. Let's see. I think we need like some affordance for legs and stuff. Humans have legs, right? Oh god, I'm like burning up. Hold on just a sec. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off my bubble because I'm like dripping. Friggin' dripping. Hey Tom. What's up? You're probably gonna get some background noise. I had to open my door, and my studio is right next to my furnace, which is annoying. But I'm like freaking burning up, so.
Yeah. Can I play? Why? All he asked me to, and he's king of the league.
All right. I speak Spanish in a Jamaican accent. Jamaican Spanish. I don't know that I can. I mean, I did learn Spanish in Jamaica. Learned some of it there, anyways. Very static motorcycle. See if we can loosen this up a bit. Actually, let's go down and then over. Hey, Mateo, you're good to just chill, Tom. Sweet. Thanks for hanging out, as always. I will say, I'm gonna not embarrass, but let's highlight Tom for a bit. So Tom's one of our patrons. He's been around for a long time, supporting, ever present. I appreciate you, Tom. Hope you understand that. And Tom's actually gotten way better since. I know Danny's helped you out a lot too. But it's cool to see just all the improvements and work you're putting in. So keep it up, man. Keep it up. Alright. I always do this. I always forget to. So Fresco is a little bit different than Procreate in that Procreate, when you make a selection and then deselect, it disengages the selection tool. But with Fresco here, you actually, like, the tool stays active. So that's why I made that little error, little mistake. So, but yeah, keep it up, Tom. It's really cool to see your experimentation, see all the stuff you're trying. Hello, Italy. We got like an international show today. We got Italy. I think we have some India, United States, the UK. Where else is everyone watching today? Alright, so the request was for some sort of sci-fi bike. So I'm just doing a little rough sketch here. And then I think I liked that. This is actually kind of cool. What if so see how this hub, this wheel on this front portion is like extended out, and then you've got the support toward the bottom third, like so. That was my son who came in. He wants to play games, but it's too early. I don't let them play games until like 12, and they can play chess. So, in case you were wondering why I went silent for a bit. Anyhow, so yeah, maybe this could like go up, and then you have this like Z shape on the bike. That's kind of cool. If we are doing some sort of sci-fi bike, do a battery pack maybe right here or something. Little latch release. I think this could pop out. It's in an inconvenient location, but it's sci-fi, so it's okay. Welcome to Sci-Fi Sunday. All right, so we got India, Costa Rica, Federico. Oh yeah, that's right. Federico, Costa Rica, India, Italy. I'm in Utah, in the United States. That's where I'm at. Wayne, I forget where you're at. Are you in the UK? Wayne, one of our channel members, just checked in. Thank you, Wayne. As always, for your support and for tuning in, brother. So yeah, I think I'm going to, let's see. So this would, yeah, so we could do the support there, and then there'd be another support on this side. This actually is turning out kind of cool. The Z cycle or something. Z-bike. Z-bike. Alright, so maybe something like that. And then as far as turning, I gotta think, okay, how would you turn this bike? Like, there'd probably have to be some gap in here so that this front piece could at least turn even just a little bit. Even just a little bit. I want to be able to turn our motorcycle. Alright, so let's take this layer now, lower the opacity. I would say Fresco is a bit more like if you could take all the drawing stuff from Photoshop and have it on a tablet. That's kind of what it's like. So I'm going to jump to my brushes, the sketchaday brushes, and we're going to use the fine liner. I've been using this one quite a bit actually on the desktop as well. So it's meant to mimic a bit of the Papermate flare pen that I use. So as long as you're being deliberate with your stroke, it works pretty well. I'd say it's maybe a cross between a pencil and, yeah, it's probably a cross between a pencil and a pen. Like if a pencil and a pen had a baby, but it wasn't like a ballpoint. That's kind of what it's like. That's how I describe it. If you are a channel member or patron, by the way, and you haven't yet, and you want to try these out, let me know. Once you hit 2 months, I'll hook you up. That's just to make it, like, even at 2 months, that's still like better than the store. Alright, can I come in here now? Just add some details. I'm gonna shade this with the half tone. Got you addicted to the Papermate flare. Applejacks has graced us with their presence. Hello, Applejacks. Be cool making it 3D in the real world. That would be fun. Denmark. Argentinian in Denmark. How is that? How is that? Reminds you of the bat cycle. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I don't know if I should apologize for getting you hooked on the flare or not, but I do enjoy it. Okay, so after this, the other request I'm going to do is we're going to do some sort of photo chop. I'll have to see if I can find some images that work. And we're going to make a chupacabra. A techno chupacabra. That was the request. So we're going to... It'll be a little bit different. Stuff that I don't normally do here on the stream, but should be fun. Should be fun for you. Alright, I'm kind of in love with this, like, at least the idea. Maybe not the execution just yet, but it's the idea that this line here on the side kind of like wraps up. And then becomes the kind of support here on this wheel. Now, Fresco is entirely freehand, meaning, hey, Applejacks became a mega fan. Thank you so much, Applejacks. Welcome, everyone. High five. Virtual high five, hugs, handshakes, salutes to you. Much appreciated. shoot me a message on the Discord. I don't have an automated way to do this on YouTube, so it's a little bit harder, but shoot me a message on the Discord and I'll make sure you get added to the super secret members channel. It's pretty chill. I mean, I don't post as much as I should in there, but it's pretty chill. But we will recognize you. We will salute you. The first rule of the channel is you don't talk about the channel. Just kidding. Good movie though, by the way. And speaking of good movies, I just watched Snowden. I haven't finished it. I'm trying to finish it. I haven't finished it quite yet. Really fascinating stuff though. Tell you what, it's amazing. Amazing how much information is out there, how much governments know, all that stuff. So don't get in trouble. Well, thank you, Applejacks, our newest channel member. Much appreciated. Alright, let's finish up here. And if you guys watched me before, you know the line work always takes a little bit of time. Understandably so. I guess, would you even have levers in the future? I'd have to design something different, I suppose. But I haven't really thought about it. So with this technique, as I mentioned before, when you have a sketch, it's not a bad thing to resketch it. It gives you a chance to make changes or tweaks, add things as necessary to it, details, things like that. So I'm kind of using the under sketch here as a bit of a template or guide without actually like tracing it, you know. And in terms of perspective, maybe you can notice, but I'm trying to just make sure, and maybe I'm a little bit off here, probably am, but trying to make sure these lines, you know, kind of flow. Actually, it's not too bad. Making sure they appear to converge at the same point. So that's what's happening there. A sci-fi highlighter. I don't know if I'll get to that today, just because the chupacabra request will take some time, but we'll see. Next week's theme though will be pen and ink. So that's what we're going to be doing for our weekly sketch challenge. It should push you a little bit. I'm going to try and stay true to that, meaning not doing underlays, things like that. So that should be challenging. Should be challenging for us all. But also should be a good time. Oh, and let me know, Applejacks, if you want a... I guess, yeah, just hit me up on Discord. Let me know if you want a sticker or a copy of my 500 sketches PDF book. And I'll send you a welcome message with some information, like the... Okay, so this is one of the hard parts about Fresco, like I said, is it's not, you don't have as many templates. So it's a freehand app in the true sense of the word, right? So I'm just kind of going around here. This is how I do ellipses if I have to make them a little tighter. I'll do them in segments. But anyhow, hit me up. Let me know what you want. We'll make it happen. I know they're working on a few features for Fresco though, so it should get a little bit better. The nice thing about these brushes though is they do work on Photoshop and Fresco, so the same set. Technically, you can import them into Procreate, but they don't work as well. So that's why I made let's get this tread. That's why I made brush sets for both. It's not because I'm trying to swindle everyone, but they actually, you know, Procreate does import Photoshop brushes, but there's some things that just come in a little bit weird. Do I make brush packs for Affinity? I've had people try and import them, and they've complained that, and I don't claim to support Affinities, but there was one person who bought brushes for Affinity. I was like, please, can you just export them individually? I was like, I can't promise you that I will do that. Anyhow, I ended up doing it for him, but I'm not doing it again. So if you want to try it with Affinity, you can, but I'm not making any promises there because it takes forever. I mean, you're talking about almost 30 brushes, and the only reason I did it is because the person already bought it, but I'm not gonna promise that. But you can try. I think the issue anyways was that the file sizes were big or something like that, so I had to export them, or yeah, export them individually so this person could import them. It was a lot of work though. So yeah, I don't really want to do that again. Did I mess up here? I think I did. Okay, we've got one there. No, maybe I didn't. I don't know. It looks like I messed up. So let me see if I can fix this. All right, Shinsuke, you'll be back. So we're gonna do some kind of goat, robot, human, basically. So I'm gonna try to decide if I want to use. Maybe I'll use. Nah, we'll just use all Fresco. I was gonna say maybe I'll use Procreate for part, but only because Fresco doesn't have a great warp tool right now. But again, that's something being worked on. So. Let's duplicate this bad boy. And we'll duplicate again. And put this over here. A little bit wider. And I can erase that. I really need a better chair. My back is screaming at me right now. Screaming at me. All right, so now let's merge down, and erase a little bit here, and then merge down. All right, so now I've got wheels on. Lower the opacity. Now we can kind of see the bike coming together. They're the tighter version of the sketch anyways. And maybe that angle changes slightly. Yeah, let's change that angle slightly. Bring that forward. Because the reality is, if you're looking at this in 3D, and you learn this in car design, shoe design, sometimes you design things that are meant to kind of look a certain way in one view, but then when you rotate to the other view, it looks kind of different. And that's okay. That's just is the right word parallax? I'm not sure if the right word's parallax, but that's just no, that line would not be there. Let's go ahead and erase this. It's just a factor of viewing the geometry from a different angle. So that's what that's all about. Hey Latrice, what's up? Blessings to you too. What's my thought on Clip Studio Paint on Windows? I haven't played with it, but if you like it, maybe, you know, we have a, so how do I say this? There's a channel on the Discord called Tips, Tricks, and Tutorials, and the purpose of that is if you find something interesting, right? Like, I know the channel name may suggest like, oh, this is just for tips, tricks, and tutorials. But if you find something interesting and you're like, hey, what about this? Feel free to post it in there and, like, you know, talk about it. So if it's Clip Studio Paint, hey guys, I found Clip Studio Paint tutorial. It's interesting. I just don't use Windows for the most part. Windows is poison. Just kidding. Windows is not poison, but that's a joke because, hey, NYC Everything, thank you so much for your super chat. NYC Everything with the super chat. Man, you guys are coming in clutch today. What was I saying? Oh, I like the ecosystem of having, or the benefit of being on the same ecosystem. So, you know, my phone, my tablet, my computer, everything just kind of works together. So that's why I use Macs. Not because they're like necessarily better. They're different in many ways. Right? But I understand everyone's got their thing. So that's my spiel on Clip Studio Paint. I really like the black and white style, so I'm gonna probably try and stick with that here today. By the black and white style, I mean, if you remember the breakfast making robot we had kind of a comic halftone look to it. So we're gonna keep that going. All right, then trying to remember. Oh, that's right. This actually came under a little bit because I wanted there to be a little affordance for your thigh, for your leg, for your meaty parts. All right, thanks for posting the link lines. Oh, it does. Good to know, Latrice. I mean, I know people have asked me before too, like, to do maybe some sort of like a different drawing app every day. Maybe it's me kind of fooling around and learning how to do it with you. So maybe we could do that for a theme. 1 week, kind of a multi-material, multi-app week or something. Could be fun. All right, so maybe something like that, and then I'll just block in a little shadow here. Where that might go. And as far as a kickstand, how about we do just something like this? I guess this is on the shadow layer, so let me do that on the real bike. For real. I am for real. I was listening to some 90s hip hop last week. It was so good. Brought me back. Alright, so I know this length is off, but I'm cheating. I'm cheating, okay? I'm cheating. But I like the idea that maybe this could, like, tuck under. Maybe there's a little articulation point here or something. So when this folds in, it folds again and then tucks into the little compartment. Could be cool. Could be coolio. Whatever. Speaking of coolio, whatever happened to coolio? Does anyone know? Sometimes I wonder what happened to these. Okay, the line would not be like that. Sometimes I wonder what happened to these like 90s peeps, you know? Where are they now? Kind of thing. And Busta Rhymes seems to still be around doing his thing. Doing his bus. NYC everything, everyone. Hello to you too. Thank you for the super chat. Much love. I'm using Adobe Fresco today. That's a question by Worksp. Period. I think that's how it's pronounced. Worksp. This actually turned out kind of cool. So thank you. All right. Let's merge these down. And then I can turn off the sketch layers. So now we have just the bike. And I'm taking too long on this. So let's go super fast. Okay. Super fast. So I'm gonna use, let's see, what brush do I want to use? Let's go to my favorites and we'll just use the hard round brush, some gray. Gray in the main areas of the bike. Maybe we'll do this Daniel Simon style. I met Daniel once. Interesting fella. I tell he thinks very highly of himself. I'll put it that way. So yeah, let's do some gray with maybe some color accents. I forgot a line there, so I'll fix that, but we'll do some gray with some color accents. Yeah, I met him and I was like, hi. You're very proud of yourself. Anyhow. But it actually taught me a lesson. And I'm glad I did meet him because I realized at the time it was like I had just been yeah, see that's another bug with the app. Anyhow, I had been, Photoshop does this as well too, by the way. By this I mean leave the little gap there. Procreate does not though. So there's a plus for Procreate. But if you like not having layer limits, I recommend Fresco. All right. Anyhow, so it taught me a lesson because I was thinking to myself, you know, what kind of person do you want to be? Creative, you know, as you go out there. And I decided I just want to be chill and accessible. I forgot to do this handle. Chill, somewhat accessible, and you know, I can't think of a better word, so not come across as a dingus, I'll say that. So if I have, my apologies. I'm always happy to talk things through, talk with people, but one thing I didn't want to be or do. So that was my experience. And it was interesting too because at the same like conference or event, I met Scott Robertson. And it was like a night and day difference. Like Scott is super chill, down to earth, approachable. I could talk to him and I could fanboy all I wanted, and he was just very gracious and very just awesome. He's an awesome person, and I will always remember that. Like he took time to like talk with me, you know, was chill. So I think the chupacabra photo mash we'll probably have to finish on another show. I kind of like the starting and finishing on 2 shows, so I hope that's okay. Sci-fi motorbikes only need 1 handle, exactly. Yeah, I met Scott. I know Scott. Not like know him like, hey, we're best friends, but like he's aware of me. When I would stream on Instagram, he would tune in every now and then, which was always like, oh my gosh. But I remember being in college, if we want to throw back Applejacks, I remember being in college, and when he had his draw through website, I think it's actually still even a website, but you can go to drawthrough.com and there's a bunch of tutorials there. Not video, but or maybe there's video. But when I visited, it was more like, here's how you draw in perspective, you know, things like that. And it was really cool to meet the person. Just so okay, I will say this, and I'm not saying this to brag or anything. When people start knowing who you are and then you meet them, but you think of yourself as just like, I'm just a dude. It's kind of weird. And I'm not saying don't say hi if we ever meet in public, just it's always a little bit like, really? I'm just me. Can we just be chill? You know? You know? Anyhow, that was meeting Scott. He's really cool. Super chill. Stark difference from meeting other people. I've met others. I've met Yves Behar. I haven't met Johnny Ive though. I've met Rob Bruner. These are industrial design people, in case you're wondering. So yeah, I've met some people, but it's just interesting because as soon as you meet someone, you can kind of tell, okay, do they think the world revolves around them or not? And sometimes like notoriety, even on a small scale, can go to somebody's head and just make them weird. So I guess what I'm saying is, I promise not to be weird if I ever meet you. Coolio was the running mate. Whoa! What? No way. Cherie DeVille. I'll have to look that up. Fascinating. Okay, so this is like the next step of when I'm illustrating something. I like to get the colors down. You know the drill. Kind of block things out. Oops. And again, with fresco, what's nice is I could make 1,000 layers if I wanted to, and the document would still work. So if that's worth something, worth considering, then I highly recommend it. My kids sound like they're waging war currently. So, like I said, I'll probably start the chupacabra. And do you guys know what a chupacabra is, by the way? So now on top of all this, I can do my highlights and shadows, make my life easy. So I'm gonna go back to my sketchaday brushes. Let's see, I've got some air highlighters here, crisp, soft, what's the other one? Core. So let's use the core highlighter. I'm gonna go to white. Let me reduce the size a bit. And this is nice. Well, I'm gonna go to black first. This is nice because I can just kind of move along here, bring this up over the edge like so. So we're already getting some body to this, right? It's pretty handy. Let's go to about, yeah. Okay, I will say one thing about Photoshop brushes, all right? So Photoshop brushes, the way they kind of work in terms of sizing is that they work based on the resolution of the document. So there's no absolute size. And as long as you remember that, you're fine. If you don't remember that, then you might go, oh man, why is this brush so huge? I don't know. I don't know her. Right? So Thanks, Latrice. I hope we do get to cross paths sometime. And definitely say hi. I've had people say hi. Just, I'm just minding my business wherever. In Vegas. So it happened in Vegas. I've had it happen in New York. And I've had it happen in San Francisco. It's always a little bit like, whoa, hey, hi. I didn't know you know who I am. But it's also fun to just, it's fun to connect. And
I don't know her.
I do want to say one thing here that, I don't make a ton doing what I do with the YouTube here. Or even when I do workshops and stuff for people, I'm not like making it rain for the family. But it feels good to know that you're doing something in the world that is helping people. I will say that, and I don't say that lightly. For the patrons and channel members, you can check out my videos. You know this. Yeah, it means a lot. So I'm always happy when everyone's learning, because when I was in school, and the whole reason I started doing this is none of this existed. Where, I mean, now people do it, they stream, whatever, but even though Scott was doing it, like, he had drawthrough.com, there were books, and books cost money. So maybe it's stupid of me. Not stupid, but maybe it's I don't know. I've had people say, man, you give away a lot for free. And I'm like, yeah, but I remember what it was like. I remember the struggle trying to find content that was relevant or good. So I try to do it for the culture. No, but I try to do it to give back, I guess that leads to the question, how much is enough? I don't know, but I enjoy it for sure. Okay, so I've switched to a little marker brush here, and I'm just using this to kind of shade some edges in, add some highlights, art lines, things like that. Right, depending on how round something is, you can add that in. I guess I should do this above everything else. Yeah. Hey Jordan, welcome back. One of our OG peeps, Jordan. I know you've had a lot on your plate, so I appreciate you checking in. Next week, Jordan, I don't know if you saw the post I made, but we're gonna do pen and ink.
Yeah,
So no color. Well, I shouldn't say no color. No, I guess, does marker ink count technically? Markers technically count, but I'm gonna try and keep it black and white. That's my goal. Just black and white pen and ink. Let's see how expressive we can get. Getting back to some paper next week. That's the plan. This is a marker brush as a part of the kit as well. So I just wrapped up some pretty heavy projects, sent out a ton of invoices. I was just taking some time off yesterday. Had a blast with my sissy sis, my sister. Maybe I'll show you that picture. We had a good time last night. But it means I have some time to finish up some things and start some things I've been wanting to start. So I'll just say it's gonna get really interesting this year. But glad you can make it, Jordan. Which was the point of what I was saying, sorry. I was actually talking with a friend who has ADD as an adult, and as she was explaining everything to me, I thought to myself, do I have ADD? Like, I am all over the place in the I'm like such a morning person. I'll wake up and I'm just full of energy. Let's go. By the time 2 o'clock hits, it's like, okay, time to wind down. Or maybe it's just, I don't know, my body's chronology or something. But in any case, I was wondering, maybe you have a, and not only that, but my mind, as you can tell, as I talk while drawing. Not that drawing while talking is easy, but I tend to just be all over the place in my thoughts. Maybe that's what makes me a good creative person. Who knows? I'm not really giving the rims here as much love as I should, or could rather. Much of this bike. All right. So there we go. On the red now, I want to add a little bit of airbrushing. Let's go to the soft airbrush. Get some bright red. See what we can do just to pump it up a little bit here and there. And back to the fine liner, because I want to add some texture here. Texture, maybe a couple little details, things here and there. I don't, yeah, I can relate to that, Jordan. Jordan says best friend and college mate just got diagnosed with ADD and dyslexia. The dyslexia I don't think is a problem for me. I do have some eyesight issues for sure. Cognitively though, I think I'm okay. It's just like, I know I have issues with anxiety, and I know it sounds like a buzz term these days, but it's a real thing for me. Let's just say I've been through some stuff. But I do get anxious quite a bit. Even this weekend, man. It's interesting how that can hit you at times. So I would say the bike here is probably at a point where it's a good start. There's a lot I could do to this, but I kind of want to keep moving because I've spent 53 minutes here. So I'll take the last 20-30 minutes of the stream and we'll do a little bit of an image search and see what we can come up with for a chupacabra. But overall, I like the gesture. It's pretty cool. It's clean. I had said I wanted this to feel more like a gap. So I'm gonna embiggen. I'm just gonna make this line a little bit bolder right here, so it feels like at least there's some affordance if the wheel needs to turn or something. Right, we can do that. I probably need a gap here as well on the side where the wheel's going through. Things like that. But I do like the gesture of it, so I'll chalk that up as a success. I'm gonna try and watch Snowpiercer today. That's my movie I want to watch today. I haven't seen it before, but I want to watch it. Okay, so if you want to make it more sci-fi, whatever, you can add some more part lines, things like that. Maybe the surface sweeps in or something, so you've got like a little gap here. We can play with it. Maybe this feeds in or something. Got some intake for cooling. Could be a thing. Anyhow, that is our sci-fi bike. Also, as I was working on this client project this week for a safety device, I was reminded that, yeah, drawing and talking, like it makes what you're doing go about twice as slow. So if I were just like jamming to some music and just drawing, I could have finished this in half the time, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so there's our sci-fi bike. Boom. Let us move to another window here. What's the best way to do this? Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. All right, hopefully nothing too scary or crazy comes up, but is this gonna work? Let's see. Does this work? Nope. Doesn't work. Nope. Sorry. Oh, that was the top camera. Okay, I need to assign a button for this one. Anyhow, okay, so let's go to our screen share here, and why is it? Okay, so let's look for goat. All right, actually, let's just go to google.com, and oh, the site cannot be loaded. I do not know how to computer. Okay, google.com. There we go. Yeah, yada yada yada. Got it. Thanks. I don't want to. All right. Oh. I was clicking on the wrong screen. I was clicking on my OBS window here, and I thought I was clicking in the right screen. Okay, cool. So goat. Let's see if we can find a goat. We need to find a goat head. All right, so we got some goats, and now we got to find a human. So what's this human doing? I like the idea of special ops. I always like special ops. Let's start there. We can also oh wow, there's a movie called Special Ops. Fascinating. All right, let's see if we can just find, what should our goat be doing? What do you guys think? What should our goat be doing? Should it just be working out, standing? Should it be what should our goat be doing? Because I need to find two pictures that have basically similar perspective, but it's helpful if I know at least activity-wise what we want to do. So it should be a goat running, should be a goat chilling. Let's see, man standing. You never know what you're gonna get with Google though. So how about, because I think what I can do is I can paint over it. So let's see, just an interesting pose. Definitely not that one. We're just gonna interesting pose here. Probably some three-quarter position of some sort. Let's see. Hello, Abin. We're just Googling some pictures here that I can use for reference. Mountain climbing goat. Ooh, that's a good idea. A mountain climbing. Actually, this is kind of cool, like the context. So, take like this one. There's a goat human on a mountain. That's kind of cool. Or a chupacabra. That's actually a great idea, Lions. Goat eating goat cheese. That sounds terrible, Mystery. It sounds terrible. Do you ever like wonder, ooh, this could be cool. Do you ever wonder where like food things come from? How about we do this one? Yeah, we can do this one. Do you ever wonder okay, let's take this lady here. I'm gonna copy this image and I'm gonna jump over to my iPad Pro here now. So we're back on the iPad. Let's go for the tabloid size, and I'm going to tap on layer, and let's go to paste from clipboard. It should take whatever's on my clipboard from my computer. Again, this is the benefit of ecosystem, right? So if you're in the same ecosystem, you can, at least with Apple anyways, I can copy something on my desktop and just paste it. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna do a techno mountain goat thing person. All right, that's what we're gonna do. So this is gonna use a little bit of technique that I showed. I didn't show the technique, but I did that soldier and everyone was freaking out when I posted on Instagram. And I was like, it didn't take that long. It was actually not that bad. All right, so now I need to find a picture of a goat from a profile view. All right, so if I find a decent, maybe this one, right? That might work. That's funny. Should we do a bighorn or goat or sheep? Goat, bighorn. Let's see. I like bighorn goats. Could use that one maybe. Maybe that one. The other thing is, if you can find something that at least stylistically is a match, it's always helpful too. Not stylistically rather, but the lighting, if it matches. Okay, I think this might actually work. Oops, where'd it go? Is it this one? Is this the one? Now, I believe the rule with stock, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the rule is if you modify it enough, it's fine. But we'll give credit to Dreams Time. Thank you, Dreams Time, for the reference here. Hopefully I don't get taken down. But so now I'm gonna go to my iPad here, make sure we're on that. Okay, so there's our goat. Let's flip it. All right, so the reason I picked this one is I felt like, oh, we can cut this goat head. My iPad's hot. I can take this goat head here. All right, so we'll do, oops. I'm gonna duplicate selection. It's not gonna do that. All right, so in Fresco, when you import a photo, it's kind of like Photoshop. When you import something in Photoshop, sometimes it imports like a smart object, and that's kind of what's happening here, is that we got imported as a smart object. So I actually have to tap on the layer, which can be helpful, right? If you want to preserve the DPI whatever of the layer. Where did I get my background music? I paid someone to make an hour of background music that would loop for me. So at the same time, I bought an MPC one, and I'm teaching myself how to make my own beats. So hopefully soon I will have even more music, but bear with me for now, because then the reason I did it is YouTube streaming services, they have an interesting relationship with the music industry where if you sample anything, they will know and they'll take you down and demonetize you. And so I didn't want to risk it, you know. All right, so back to our layer. All I have to do is tap the layer and hit convert to pixel layer, and now I can duplicate my selection, hit done. We can turn this layer off. All right, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of erasing here, so let's go ahead and do that. Clean up a little bit. Thanks for joining me on Sketchaday Live. So this is one that we'll probably finish up tomorrow evening. My evening is the plan. I won't be able to stream in the morning at this time. So hold on just a sec. I got a little phone call coming in. Hold on. Okay. Like, don't people know I'm streaming? Like, don't be calling me. I'm just kidding. No one really knows because I don't post enough. That's one thing I'm. Oh, I will say, Lions, Jordan, myself, we've been trying to figure out a way to make alerts better. So here's what we're thinking so far is that we're gonna create something on the Discord server that if you sign up for it, every time I go live, you'll get a notification. Boom, right through Discord. Okay. So that's the plan. And I think it's just gonna kind of be an opt-in thing. So if you want to, or I can assign everyone to that role, I guess, initially, and then if you want to opt out, but that's always a bit onerous and maybe heavy-handed. Okay, so let's erase a bit here. We're also gonna modify our character's legs here. We're gonna do some funky stuff, all right? And then we're gonna paint to fix it all. All right, so let's take this head now. I can rotate. And so that's why I went with this picture, because I felt like the position relatively just worked. All right. So we can do this. And then just as a precaution, I like to duplicate layers to copy things, just as a precaution, because now I want to erase a little bit here. And we'll have the hair as a part of this, right? And just to show you what I mean, so I'm going to go back to brushes, favorites. There's this really cool brush, canvas detail brush. Oh, no. It's the, so if I go to painting here, it's called the, where is it? Oh my goodness. Same bristle, flat dry. The go-go brush. I'm going to add that to my favorites. It's pretty fun. It's just a really quick brush. So if we want to, you know, just add some color, I like it for that reason. Has a nice texture to it. We can pick another color on the canvas here and just kind of paint this together. Probably some Photoshop if we wanted to really mimic the fur, or just take smaller strokes as well. You can do that. Just kind of come in, just paint over things. Now, we did say this is going to be some sort of techno chupacabra, so we're going to add some tech elements to this painting. All right. Also tweaking the legs a little bit, which might seem a little bit weird, but we're going to go with it. We're going to roll with it. All right. Duplicate layer just as a precaution. I'm going to convert to pixel layer, and now I can make some selections. So the leg, all right, I want to be more like a goat's leg. All right, so let's see what we can do here. All right. So let us duplicate that selection. Okay, I'm gonna hit done. Let's turn that layer off. So now I have a leg here, and I can rotate this leg because my goat leg I actually want to be something more like so. All right, and then this leg here, if I were to just on top, oops, just on top paint. So again, I'm probably not going to finish this today, but just want to show you guys. So I'd probably have the leg like this, okay? Something like that. So what I need to do now is, and this is where Photoshop itself comes in handy. I may actually jump over to the desktop Photoshop and modify this. In fact, I'll just show you that, and maybe that's where we can wrap today, because I want to do like a content aware erase and fix some of this stuff before we keep going. So just kind of that workflow. Maybe it feels a little kludgy jumping between, but you know, right tool for the right job is the way I kind of see it. So anyhow, two ways to do this. One is I could make a new layer, pick this color, grab a big brush and start just painting over. That's probably the fastest way. But if you want it to be like super photoreal, it's actually turned out pretty cool. If you want to be super photoreal, you could always content aware fill, and that would take care of most of the issue. All right, I actually don't need the whole leg here, but let's tap this layer. I'm gonna duplicate, and now we can position this where we need. All right, so kind of weird, whatever, but it is Sci-Fi Sunday, so let's go with it. I think I'll ask you all. Would you want to see the workflow jumping between Photoshop, or should we just keep going here? Because I can do something like this, and that's enough, really. For now, anyways. Alright, so I'm gonna make another layer and just pick some of these colors from the background, and then I can just kind of paint over like so. This is probably gonna be also one of the weirdest drawings I've done, but we'll roll with it. Alright, no responses yet, but it might just be a delay. In any case, you can just do something like that, right? And now here, I'm actually going to go ahead and erase part of this foot because I actually want a hoof, not so much a foot. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna just extend these leggings down like so, and let's pick maybe a nice tan desaturated color here, just as a placeholder, because we're not going to finish this one today. All right, but you may have something like that. And let's go back to this layer, and we'll just kind of paint out the rest here. Very, very weird visual to tune into. I know, we get... So, this is your first time, Phil. I know it's not your first time because your name seems familiar. But, we are just doing some photo mash composition stuff. Right? I got a request for some sort of chupacabra, which is a goat human. So I'm just going ahead and mashing things together right now. So let's take, because I don't want to really deal with I don't really want to deal with the, let's make a new layer here, skin and all that. So I'm gonna now just start blocking out. Okay, if this is some sort of robotic thing, maybe there's some gray areas here, right? Some metal bits. Right, we can even modify what are chupacabras carrying, belt stuff, whatever. Okay, the hair is an interesting one. I thought about, okay, how am I going to deal with that? Do I change the color? What's going on? Let's maybe work on the face here just a little bit. What layer is that one on? Right there. So this is the go-go brush, like I said, and I like it because it's textured just enough that if you do take something like a photo, you can generally get a nice painterly feel and just move really quickly. I guess hence the name, the go-go brush. Well, that's one of the default brushes in Fresco. It's not like I'm doing anything special there. Some cool shades, and it'll yeah, maybe it has an implant or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I was thinking for the hair, maybe it does have some sort of scrunch or whatever, and then the hair comes out of it, right? But you can always paint and cover up some of this. Epic mountain climbing by this chupacabra. Techno chupacabra. That's what we're doing. Oh goodness, did I really do that? Okay, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I didn't paint on a separate layer, so I'm gonna have to really lean into my painting and chopping skills here. That was the issue. Whoa, whoa! What's happening? Okay. All right, so pretty weird, pretty weird, but we're gonna roll with it. Maybe I'll just play with you know, the eye itself. Like, do we do some sort of? I mean, the head's kind of huge. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But yeah, we can just kind of work quickly here. Maybe start to divide some things. Maybe this goes under the delt portion or something, but paint all that in. Fix it all up. The hand too, we can make robotic if we want to. It's a lot of stuff we can do. A lot of stuff. You know, if there's cables or whatever as well. I like cables. Cables are fun. Or maybe this portion of the goat's leg, the chupacabra's leg, is actually purely robotic. Or something. I don't know. You can play with it, but that's how I move fast if I'm doing some sort of conceptual thing. And then for light and shadow, things like that, you may even take this color and then let's go something like this and start to make some of the fuzzes a little darker. Just so it fits a bit better in the photo. As well. Techno chupacabra. Alright, I think I'm gonna put a pin in this for now, today. Maybe a futuristic building it's scaling. Oh, I could do that. Or maybe have some like cables on the rocks or something like that. All right, so I'm gonna push pause there for today because I got other stuff that I need to attend to. But we will be revisiting this, so consider this part 1 of our Techno Chupacabra experiment. Thanks a lot for hanging out. Thank you, Applejacks, for becoming a new channel member. Much love, appreciate that. Awesome, thank you for coming in. Clutch, NYC, everything. Shout out to you for the super chat as well, and shout out to all the channel members that joined us. Tom, Latrice, we had Lions, we had Jordan popping in. Thank you so much. We had Wayne as well. Much love to you all. Thank you for the support. It means a lot. If you guys are interested in that, that's patreon.com/sketchaday, or just hit the join button on YouTube. 2 ways to do it. If you join, be sure to hit me up. Let me know what your channel, or sorry, your Discord username is, and you'll have access to our little hangout spot channel that we have on the Discord. So let me know about that. What was the last thing? Oh yeah, as always, if you learned something today, or if you just want to experiment, take some time to do that, because that's going to help you integrate everything you learned or heard as well. And most importantly, spread the love. Share your love of drawing and your passion, because I think we live in an interesting time where sometimes the arts aren't as advocated for, I would say, as they could be. So if you see an opportunity to mentor, to help out, take some time to do it. Okay, pay it forward. All right, much love, take care, happy Sunday, and I'll see you guys next time right here on Sketchaday. Peace out.